So I have to tell you a little story about Forrest Pierce. I was a performing fellow at the Cortona Sessions for New Music in Cortona, Italy. My flight was delayed 11 hours, yes. And then I arrived, my luggage was missing. I didn't get my luggage for 9 days, so I was basically in sweats the whole time. Glasses, no makeup, bare bones traveling. So the first performance, the first recital of the sessions was a recital featuring music by Forrest Pierce and performed by Mike Kirkendall and Sharra Anderson. They will probably remember I sat in the audience, and by the end of that performance, I was sobbing. I was bawling my eyes out. And I'm not one to really cry when I listen to music. I think because I'm a musician, I can get lost in my thoughts. I analyze what I'm hearing, and I was just completely blown away by the emotional nature of the music, and of course the strong performances by these amazing performers. And if you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. So I feel completely honored that Forrest agreed to write a piece for this trio. Forrest Pierce is a composer and a teacher at the University of Kansas, and he has an ongoing commission with a church in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lucky guy. And then he's also really active in the new music community around Kansas City and in Lawrence, Kansas. The piece by Forrest Pierce is called Red Birds, and it is inspired by poetry of Mary Oliver from her book entitled Red Birds. Mary Oliver is very protective of her poetry, and the fact that she gave rights to Forrest to write music based on her work tells you just how compelling a man he is and a talent he is. The piece, like I said, is inspired by Red Birds, which is poetry inspired by nature. If you haven't read it, you need to go get the book and read it. It's incredible. It's a several movement work, and what was really fun about performing it is he has stage direction. So the performers actually don't start out on stage. We start out in the back of the hall, and then each progressive movement we make our way to the stage. So it has a way of infiltrating the audience and getting the audience involved, whether they like it or not, but it's very subtle. Another aspect to the premiere performance was Forrest had everybody attending write something on a piece of paper, and I won't really give away what that was or the impetus behind that, but I ended up burying each piece of paper in my backyard in Westwood, Kansas when I lived there. So it was a very meaningful and spiritual experience, and the piece, I think, reflects that sentiment and is also very complex and beautiful. So I feel very privileged to share this work with all of you. I hope you enjoy it.